Good day, everyone. Today I will discuss Article 134, Rebellion or Insurrection, how committed. The crime of rebellion or insurrection is committed by rising publicly and taking arms against the government for the purpose of removing from the allegiance to said government or its laws. The territory of the Philippine Islands or any part thereof, of any body of land, naval, or other armed forces, depriving the chief executive or the legislature, wholly or partially, of any of their powers or prerogatives, as amended by RA 6968. The following are the elements of rebellion. First, that there be a public uprising and taking arms against the government. Second, that the purpose of the uprising or movement is either to remove from the allegiance of said government or its laws, the territory of the Philippines or any part thereof, any body of land, naval, or other armed forces, or to deprive the chief executive or Congress, wholly or partially, of any of their powers and prerogatives. Let us differentiate rebellion from insurrection. Rebellion is more frequently used when the object of the movement is to completely overthrow and supersede the existing government. Example is the Communist Rebellion in the Philippines as an ongoing conflict between the government of the Philippines and the New People's Army, while insurrection is more commonly employed in reference to a movement which seeks merely to effect some change of minor importance or to prevent the exercise of governmental authority with respect to a particular matters or subject. Example is the protest concerning tax increase. Let us differentiate treason, subversion versus rebellion. Treason is levying of war against the government when performed to aid the enemy. It would also constitute an adherence to enemy, giving him aid and comfort, while rebellion is the levying of war against the government during peacetime for any of the purposes mentioned in Article 134 of the Revised Penal Code. Subversion is a crime against national security, while rebellion is crime against public order. According to the book of Catral, the following are the nature of rebellion. First, the crime of rebellion or of inciting it is by nature a crime of the masses or multitudes. It is a vast movement of men and a complex net of intrigues and plots. Second, actual clash of arms with the forces of the government is not necessary to convict the accused, who is in conspiracy with others, actually taking arms against the government. Third, rising publicly and taking arms against the government is the normative element of the offense, while the intent or purpose to overthrow the government is the subjective element. Fourth, those merely acting as couriers or spies for the rebels are also guilty of rebellion. Fifth, the purpose of the uprising must be shown with evidence to indicate the motive or purpose of the accused. Sixth, it is not necessary that the purpose of the rebellion be accomplished. The crime of rebellion is complete the very moment a group of rebels rise publicly and take arms against the government for the purpose of overthrowing the same by force. It is not necessary to consummate rebellion that the rebels succeed in overthrowing the government. And finally, rebellion absorbs other acts committed in its pursuance thereof. The crimes of direct assault, murder, homicide, arson, robbery, and kidnapping are absorbed in the crime of rebellion if committed in furtherance of rebellion. It cannot be made a basis of separate charge. Let us take a look in the case of People of the Philippines versus Hernandez. The facts of the case is it was in the height of government action against communists and the Hukbalahap guerrillas, where President Ilpidio Quirino, through his defense secretary and later President Ramon Magsaysay, intensified the campaign against them, and crackdown was on against communist organizations. Due to such government action, several communist leaders, like Luis Taruk and the Lava brothers, were soon in government custody. On January 20, 1951, the Congress of Labor Organization headquarters was raided. Writer and future national artist for literature, Amado V. Hernandez, himself a labor leader, was arrested for various rebellious activities. Upon his arrest, he was charged in the criminal information of rebellion with murder, arson, and robbery. The issue now of the case is whether or not Hernandez be charged of other crimes separate of rebellion. The Supreme Court held no, that rebellion cannot be complexed with other crimes such as murder and arson. Rebellion in itself would include and absorb the said crimes. Murder and arson are crimes inherent and concomitant when rebellion is taking place. Rebellion in the revised penal code constitutes one single crime and that there is no reason to complex it with other crimes. Thus, Hernandez is charged with rebellion.